What up, y'all? It's Rap Latte. I'm Torre.
And I am King Green. These are deeper conversations about hip hop. And we got Rod Sr. and Rod the Second here from Bridging the Gap. Happy to have y'all.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
4 years of doing React videos. Have you guys gotten closer as father and son through this conversation on YouTube, Bridging the Gap?
You want to answer that or me? Yeah, I think we definitely have grown closer, man. This is probably the most time we've spent together in my adult life for sure. Yeah, we definitely gotten closer. Had a ton of really deep conversations around the music, just random stuff that we end up talking about. So I definitely think so.
Yeah, I believe
Rod
so.
Sr.,
It's kind of funny sometimes.
Yeah, what have you learned about your son, about your relationship in doing this? And most of this is you being educated on his music, right? Mm-hmm. So how's that been for you, like stepping into Rod the Second's world?
It's been actually a roller coaster ride. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, this is like a new hip hop is like a new. It's just a culture. It's different from the way we absorbed music when I was younger. I mean, It's just you have to really people almost study it.
Definitely.
It's just like almost like cultish, like in my honest opinion.
That word has negative connotations, but okay.
Well, it's not in a bad way. It's just that some people are so dedicated to it.
Yeah, it's culture, not cult. It's culture. We love our culture.
We're super dedicated to it.
Well, those words kind of like you can't together.
Yeah, you're right.
I know this is your show is Bridging the Gap, but is there an artist or a song or an album that you guys were like, no, there's no common ground. I love this and I hate that, and we cannot come together on this issue?
Tell us who it is.
Talk about Biggie.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So here's the thing.
Oh yeah. Clean it up first.
No, I'm not gonna clean it up. Here's the thing. He introduced me to a Biggie album, my first one, and he didn't introduce me to his best Biggie album, as far as I'm concerned, because Biggie has some better stuff. And the one that I listened to, I didn't like it. And he was
Which one was it?
You don't like Biggie?
Ready to Die?
You don't like
You
Biggie?
listened to
didn't
Biggie's debut album and you didn't like it?
Yeah. Wow. Which one did you like? What Biggie album did you like?
Life After Death.
Yeah.
Life After Death. Okay. I mean, it's only really two, but they're also post-hominous albums. But wow. Life After Death over Ready to Die?
I mean,
that's so interesting.
I think Life After Death is better than Ready to Die, but I'm a little surprised that after listening to a lot of hip hop, you listen to Ready to Die and you're like, nah, I ain't fucking with that.
Yeah. I can hear that.
You know what? I think, to be honest with you though, I think I was a little biased because sometimes when I listen to a whole lot of hip hop artists, I look at their personalities, and sometimes it's just a prejudged assumption in my mind that person is like this way or that way, whatever my misconceptions are about that person, and that made me. I think I did Biggie some injustice.
I mean, I can feel that. Ready to Die is a different album than Life After Death. Life After Death is more songs and a little bit more polished, so I could understand why. So why someone would be more attracted to that, but I still think you're wilding, Senior. I think you wild. I think you wild. But that's my personal opinion. I think that's but I think that's so interesting being turned on to this music by your son. And then like now you could say that you're fans of certain artists, right?
I am.
Yes. Yeah, so who did he put you on to that like hands down, no, I'm a fan of this guy or I'm a fan of this artist?
Well, Okay, so I'm not well. They always say glaze when I say this.
I love
Kendrick, Kendrick,
glazing.
That's what they say. I read the comments and I had to look it up.
you had to look up what it means.
What are they talking about, man? Glazing. What was up with that? So yeah, I didn't. Then you read the comments. Oh, he's just glazing because he doesn't like Drake. And I said, no, you can like both artists. You can like more than one artist.
You clearly could like more than one artist. Wait, so did you when he put you onto Drake? Did you like Drake's music initially?
I like some of Drake's music, and some of it I didn't like as much. And I felt like Drake, and to me, my honest opinion of Drake is that Drake is a phenomenal MC, but at the same time, I just don't. Ooh. I think sometimes he's not holding back. He's holding back. There's much more there to me.
Ooh, that's phenomenal. It's a big word. Rod, do you think Drake is a phenomenal rapper?
Oh well, yeah, man. Come on. Drake's a great.
He look like this.
Don't do that.
He sells a lot.
Don't do that.
Look, you went right to numbers. He sells a lot. That's exactly what Drake people do. He sells a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, Toure is the number one hater on this show and the number one hater that I know of Drake. So he just does not like. In the Northeast. Me personally.
I'm not gonna try to hate Drake, but I'm not trying to jump in his camp either. You had to put me in one camp or the other, I'm definitely pro Kendrick.
Well, you guys were there during the battle, right? So you guys must have done reactions during the battle, correct?
Yes.
I didn't see your battle reactions. I've seen your latest reactions and some of your older ones, which we'll get into. But I didn't see the battle one. So tell me, how was it for y'all during the battle? Like, because going into it, Rod, you're like, I'm a Drake fan, and you're probably both Kendrick fan too, right? Mm-hmm. So going into it and then coming out of it, did anything change for you? And how did it show up in the reactions?
Yeah, man. So first of all, I mean, it was probably one of the most exciting points of our channel. I've been a witness of many rap beefs since I've been younger. You know what I'm saying? And being able to experience one of the most entertaining rap beefs of all time with my dad in real time with our audience. Top tier life highlight for sure.
Yeah.
Like my dad would leave and then 30 minutes later I gotta call him, Dad, and dropped again. Come back. You know, we got get
right.
That's fire.
That whole last weekend of Friday into Saturday, 616 into Family Matters, into Not Like Us and Meet the Grams. That was one of the greatest weekends in hip hop history.
So amazing, man. So that was a really great time. It was super fun. And then as far as like changing my perspective, I've always been a fan of both artists. I think maybe going into the newest Drake album, might have been a little bit more critical than I normally would be with Drake, but maybe I've grown more critical of his music, but it always seems to grow on you. And I still like both artists. I still enjoy both of their music, and I wouldn't want to choose either. I would want to have both of them.
Wow, that's a lot for me. That's a lot.
Hey.
Wow. Okay.
Which I think that's a mature response to the whole thing, because you looked at it, you're like, you enjoyed him before, and I think even me, it's like it did make me more critical of Drake's music. I think it's impossible for it not to if you're part of the culture, because you're like, especially y'all who like you guys are reacting to every single moment. So you're in real time, your fans or your audience is swaying your mood and your perspective, right? And the songs are changing your perspective because there's conversations happening during and after. So I think that's kind of amazing. And we all agree that was probably the most unified, biggest moment in hip hop, like I don't know, maybe ever. That's how big it was. It's almost maybe ever. And especially in the internet age, it's the biggest thing that ever happened in the internet age. So we were all there, and everybody, it connected all of us again to this culture, I think. And to see y'all Bridging the Gap is the name of your show, and then that happening in real time, beautiful thing. So it's just beautiful for all that shit to exist. And I'm happy that you guys exist in general, because I've definitely seen y'all a long time ago and seen y'all recently too. But
no, it's very sweet. It's very sweet to see father and son rocking together, bonding over hip hop.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's proven that and the thing is, because we have an OG in the presence, it's like proving the skill set of where Kendrick is at, because he's transcended it for even him as an OG. He's like, this is musical, this is lyrical, I can get into it at so many different levels, and it shows the density of his writing and music. So I think that's also a beautiful thing to see right away. So it's not like, yeah, you kids and your kids' music is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You hear that your whole life, and now someone's like, no, actually, I get it too. That's just fire.
So Mase is about to drop another album, his first album in 20 years. Perhaps you should make sure that younger Rod understands that Mase is a rapper. He was not always a broadcaster. You just making sure you know he's been a broadcaster for a long time now. But I loved Mase back in the day, and I used to get into a lot of arguments. It was very controversial to like people hated Mase on Bad Boy Mase before Pastor Mase. People were like, he's a terrible rapper. I think some of the energy that you see around Drake was starting.
He was too poppy.
Yes, too poppy. I think too slow. I think just he seemed too simplistic for a lot of people, and it was a constant argument. I felt like everywhere I went when Mase was hot, like, yo, I like this song, and everyone's like, no. What do you think about Mase in general?
I love Mase. I love. I've always been a fan of Mase. His flow, when he was hot, yeah, he was crazy hot at one point in time. And then, he's done some interesting things throughout his career that I don't know if I would have done, but I mean, now look at him. Just at the height of his career, just kind of like walking away and doing something else?
Well, now that we know much more about Puff and how he was pressuring people in a certain direction, how he was stealing money from people, and you see Mace's anger toward him is very deep. He just says it in like almost subliminals, even though we all know who he's pointing at, but he doesn't say what he really, like, what did he say that one time? Reparations is getting closer. I don't know specifically what that means, but I feel like he's angry that this person has screwed him monetarily, and he thinks he's going to get paid or something, or some whatever get back that he's. So, I mean, I imagine no matter how hot you are, if you had Puff stealing your money, not paying you, and maybe pressing up on you, like, you got to come get down with these parties, you'd be like, you know what, I mean, right? Because think about all the people who left, who basically seem to run out of Bad Boy. Like, I have to get away from Bad Boy.
It's an interesting thing, because I feel like Diddy. So the whole thing is Mase is coming out with a album called Now We Even, I think is the title, and it's coming out the same day that P Diddy is doing his first trial date. That's when he's dropping it. So clearly there's some publicity stunts. Yeah. Thing going in there. So that's a whole interesting thing. But you know what's also interesting is the fact that Mase, I think Mase did that. P did the Bad Boy tour. A few years ago, right? Yeah. So it's like he was able, I guess he was able to work because of money. I would say because of money, he was still able to work with this guy. So it's just an interesting whole story between him and Diddy in general. It's like, is there going to be information on that album? We don't know. Probably not. It's probably just him trying to get some tracks off and get people to know that he has a project coming for real.
Green, it would be so dope if Mase made a Puff diss album.
It sounds
album was dissing Puff?
It sounds like that.
Yes. That was good.
It would be amazing.
Let Dawn and shit get on there. Let Lil Nas get on there. You're fucking kidding me? Oh my god! Here comes the Shine solo song. Oh my god!
Well, you know Shine gonna get some bars off.
Oh my god! That would be 10 times platinum day. It'd be a diamond day one.
Oh, that's a fact.
300%. And that's the thing. That's I completely agree with that. That like it sounds like Now We Even sounds like We Don't Trust You. It sounds like the same title. It sounds like something about there is gonna be on there. So that's where I'm at. We got some super chats. Ariel Smoke says, I need OVO Mase to explain the shower dildo. No Diddy. Wow.
Hey,
wow. Okay, he'll explain. He'll explain that to you. You ain't gotta tell us, huh?
Why does Mase have to answer for Diddy's dildos? That's Diddy shit. What are we talking about right now?
I don't know what we talk about in general. We moving on. And the next super chat is, I would love to talk about.
Cam tells a story about going into.
Why are we going into this tour? Why are we going into
this? Was there because we here, nigga. We here now. Cam was at Diddy's house to see Mase, and he goes in the bathroom, and there's a dildo on the sink, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And the whole story is on pause.
Rightfully.
And like that I think that's what the commenter is referring to, but Mase does not have anything to explain or to own up to. That's Diddy shit.
First of all, Torre, how do you know? We don't know nothing about this. I know I don't know nothing about this. So do you know something about this that I don't know. But anyways, next super chat. I would love to talk about Hanneman Kind because Run It Up is fired. Yeah, that's the last one I saw from y'all with the Indian rapper Hanneman Kind, who is, I hope I'm saying that right, but who dropped that one song Big Dogs, which had like the illest video in the world, plus had that Project Pat flow, and then the second one, another crazy video. How'd y'all like that? Because I didn't see the full reaction, but it looked like y'all was really rocking with that visual.
I was really quite surprised. I mean, that's the thing about hip hop. It reaches across all types of ethnic people, and to see this guy, he came in like he owned hip hop. As far as I'm concerned, he went hard, and the music was good, the production was good, his bars were great. I just thought that he did a fantastic job, personally.
Who is your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper?
Yeah. Well, I want to hear both of y'all.
I would go with I like Cole. I like Kendrick. Wow, I like Pop. I like 50 Cent. And look, I know people don't like they talk bad about a certain gentleman in Detroit or came from Detroit, but Eminem.
Whew, there's no beef with Eminem. What we talking about? We love Eminem on the green side.
Umar is gonna be mad at him for saying Eminem number one because can't no white person be number one in some African shit. Fucking clown ass. That's what you talk about. Second, who's your favorite rapper?
Of all time, Kanye.
Kanye's your number one rapper all time?
That makes sense. You in your 30s, right?
Yeah.
That means you probably were in college when College Dropout came out, maybe? High school?
I was a teenager when College Dropout came out.
True. But
probably preteen.
Would you say Lil Wayne runs close second though?
Wayne's up there, probably like Jay or Wayne after Ye. But just Ye's discography, man, it's just
wow. We're putting Kanye ahead of Jay and Wayne?
For sure.
For sure.
But look, that's me. That's me because I'm basing that off of like
not even discography about that.
Discography longevity, like that's my personal. That's who I listen to the most.
I'm sorry, I don't know that Kanye has Jay as far as longevity, just specifically longevity. Jay's had an incredibly long career.
Absolutely.
Perhaps longer than
but Kanye has a better discography than Jay-Z when you go in the same sense of if you go from 1 to all the way to Pablo, the same time period, Jay-Z doesn't have that. Now,
wait, Jay-Z doesn't have what?
The same amount of classics, and probably in general. Now, Kanye is ruining his legacy now, currently.
100%.
So his last few. So now, if you count now, which is hard for me to do, but if you count now, he's failing because Jay-Z capped it off with 444, which is way better than any of the last Kanye albums. 444.
Hold on. Jay-Z classics, Reasonable Doubt, right?
Classic, yeah.
Volume 2.
I'll give you that because of impact.
Arguable.
No. Yeah, Blueprint. We'll give you Blueprint.
That's
Black Album.
Black Album. That's 4. American
Nothing
Gangster.
Else. Nope. Not a classic.
I
love American Gangster. Not a classic.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's not a classic. It's not a classic.
Yes, 4 and 444.
So you just counted American Gangster. No, he counted American Gangster. Take that shit off the table. You got 3 people here. You got 3 people here. Fuck all that. So what do we say? Me and the Rods are speaking here. We got.
Wait. Watch the Throne.
Well, that's a double album. So you want to give 1 point for both of them? You want to give 1 point for Jay-Z and Kanye?
I'm just saying. Go ahead. It doesn't matter to me. I mean,
okay, fine.
I love Everything Is Love. But
now,
you want to fucking hate on that.
Now let's go with Kanye. The first 3 trilogy, classic. The 808s, classic. Yeezus is after that? No. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, classic. Yeezus is a classic. And Pablo is a classic. We're already beating, and then Watch the Throne. We already beat Jay-Z with classics.
You didn't.
Yes. We're at like 7.
Wait, Yeezus? You can't have Yeezus? You can't have fucking Yeezus? And Pablo, you can't have Yeezus and Pablo as fucking classics? You got a couple things on there, but not the whole fucking album.
When I think about classics, I think about the impact and the cultural shift because of that music, right? And how good, because something might be a classic album to the world and it might not be my favorite, but I have to acknowledge that this is 2014 Forest Hill Drive is J. Cole's classic. And we're talking about their classic albums, not classic again. I'm not comparing. I'm talking about this is his classic album. 2014 Forest Hill Drives by J. Cole is a classic album. I don't like that album that much. That's me personally.
But understand
I understand
that
most people do, and it's a great album for like what it is. But to me, I'm like, I don't go back and listen to this thing. Kanye has 7 of those. He has 7 things that people can identify their entire genre with.
5, 6 tops. You can't get Yeezus. You can't get Ye. You can't get Jesus King. You name 5.
I can't believe you don't put Yeezus in either Yeezus or Pablo.
Classic. It's too thin. Yeezus is too thin to be a fucking classic. God. After My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, compared to shit like Blueprint and Black Album.
We're not comparing to Blueprint and Black Album. We're comparing to Kanye and the world.
I know you're not saying.
We're talking about the worlds that changed.
I'm talking about the density of the albums that we are including in this conversation, right? I never require an album to have no skips. Even though some albums do that, that's a ridiculous standard, right? You have a preponderance of great, impactful songs, right? Just most of the songs are that, right? If it's like 3 duds, I don't care. The level of quality we're talking about with the initial Kanye and the Jay-Z albums, it's too much for Yeezus and Pablo to keep up.
Nah, Pablo for sure. And Yeezus is very arguable, man. Yeezus as a concept, as being pioneering to a sound and opening up hip hop to all these industrial sounds and stripped back
Thank you,
vocals
sir.
in a time where everything was lush.
Shut up, Greed.
Like, bro, Yeezus is arguably up there. And matter of fact, Torre, if you've never checked it out, you should check out Dissect's episode on Yeezus. Is incredible.
I mean, we had Cole on the show a bunch of times.
Oh, really?
That's our man.
Nah, but we need to have him back and talk about Yeezus. That's what we're gonna do.
Talk about Yeezus, bro. I'm telling you, that's one of his best episodes.
We need to have him back.
We need to have him back because you tripping. Because here's my thing: Black Skinhead, even though that name now doesn't sit well with me, Black Skinhead, Black Skinhead changed so much when it comes to music after it dropped. Like, things completely changed. That industrial sound that he was talking about, that lack of trying to have a hard chorus, it was synced. It was the most synced song for like 5 years. Sync means like songs getting placed in movies, film, TV, commercials. That song was the most replicated and the most synced. You can't tell me that and then the rest of the album supported that whole style. So you cannot tell me that album isn't classic when Travis Scott comes out of that album. Yeezus doesn't, like, with Yeezus, Travis Scott becomes to be who he is.
Well, I mean, that's true. That doesn't make the album classic, that it inspired X or Y individual, but like, for sure, Travis comes out of a lot of Kanye's experimentation, for sure, of course. Wait, did y'all so where are y'all on Doechii? Because we're pretty high on her right now.
We absolutely love Doechii.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, you love her music, because the way y'all said that sounded. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Like 3 times. Like, when you talk about Pam Grier, you can be like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, we're doing her anxiety track today.
Nice.
We're gonna cover that. Yeah. So yeah, we love Doechii. We did Alligator Bites Never Heal. Both me and Dad really enjoyed her mixtape. We've reacted to like all her live performances. She's fantastic.
I mean, I find it interesting. It's an interesting test for us as men when she says, my red flag is straight men. And like, do you feel like, you go, girl, you be you? Or you like insulted, like, damn, like I have no chance with her? Like,
I think it's so weird to be insulted by that statement, because it's like,
I agree.
It's like, why would you be offended by presentingly a queer woman saying that a joke about, yeah, my red flag is straight men? It's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. You know, it's just, I'm me. So why would I care about you talking about entire, like, what do you I feel like, I don't want to sound like toxically masculinity, but I feel like, why is a man caring about what she said? Like, you shouldn't. It's like, you have your own life, your own situation. But whatever. Exactly. You guys give your point of view on that too.
I share your point of view. You know, when I look at Doechii, I look at her performances, and that, you know, just like I said, that just because she says it's a red flag for her, okay. That's it.
Still gonna bump this music. I'm still gonna bump these songs.
I mean, I understand how sometimes other people may feel hurt or excluded with somebody saying something like that. I am happy for her to be out and proud and like being clear to the world about like, this is who I am. And like the world be like, we still love you. We don't care. Because there's a time, I know both y'all remember, there's a time when an artist coming out like that would have an impact on their career. And people are like, great, we love you. We don't care. But, you know, it can be, I can understand the stupid perspective of saying that would hurt me, but like, it shouldn't. It's not meant to hurt you. It's meant to locate where she is spiritually.
I don't even know if it's that deep. I feel like she said a joke on some freaking random show. Like, I don't even feel like it's that deep. But
it is. We've made it deep, like as a culture, like everybody talking about it when it was a throwaway comment for her.
Yeah, because I think that whole, just to cap this whole conversation with this, I think the entire online battle of a sexist thing that's happened within the last 5 years, has just permeated every part of any culture where men do this. Let's talk about 50-50 and women should do this and it's men's fault and it's women's fault. And that's something that clearly, if you put it up on the algorithms, it's going to get people to watch it because Battle of the Sexes has been happening since we were kids, right? It's always boys versus girls and all that type of stuff. So it's an easy, baitable conversation. So I feel like you're just dumb if you feed into the bait. But I want to talk about her and Lauryn Hill. Did you guys react to that or see her cool. going stage with Lauryn Hill?
Did you see that footage? We haven't reacted to it. Yeah, recently Doechii was Lauryn Hill brought out a bunch of female artists. I'm not sure what was the festival, but yeah, it looked amazing, man.
I think it was in Florida. I think with the Fugees and yeah, she brought out Doechii, which Doechii has praised.
Brought out Samara Sin as well.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, we love Samara Sin as well.
Who?
Samara Sin.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I know her personally. Yeah. She's dope. I thought you said Amara. Samara Sin is freaking amazing. Like one of the dopest MCs coming up right now. Period. So so you guys reacted to her too?
Yeah. We've done several Samara reactions. I was just telling Pops that Lauryn Hill brought Samara out as well at that same concert. Fire. Yeah,
that's fire. I want to ask y'all this too. Give us, because we're going to start doing some reaction videos. Give us some like advice for these reaction videos because you guys are great and it seems natural. So I want to know like what's your process and all of that, and then also give us some advice.
Yeah, our process is I pretty much just try to find things that my dad would enjoy or find interesting. Obviously riding the trendy videos is always good. And then just saying what you feel, whatever comes to the top of your head when you're watching it, you know what I'm saying? Like expressing that. And then I think the clips blew our channel up. Well, we were already doing well on YouTube, but once we started posting clips on TikTok and Instagram, like that drove the traffic through the roof. That's like where we really first started seeing like viral success by clipping stuff up. So I think that's just super important. And yeah, man.
I also want to add that I think for me, my experience with working with my son is that I think that he does a phenomenal job of selecting the type of music he wants to expose to me. Because I think that's probably one of the core reasons for his success is for his knowledge and his taste. He listened to me when he was growing up, the type of music that I like, and I think he knows my ear, and he can kind of, I guess I don't want to say kind of match hip hop taste level, yes. So he does that extremely, extremely well. So that helps me. Now there are some things sometimes I was like, nah, it goes against my grain, So we'll talk about that and then we move on. We do it, but he makes it easy.
Do you try to choose stuff that your dad won't like
to get a good reaction?
I think that so we get this comment sometimes. I think that I would rather use our platform to uplift artists that we do enjoy rather than put down artists that we don't. Sometimes, you just never know what might come out of a reaction, especially when we do a full album. So those kind of just are what they are. But yeah, for the most part with like the singles and clips, like I try to focus on things that we will get a positive reaction out of, just because that's kind of how I want to run the page.
I agree with that. I think that makes sense in general to talk about things that you actually like. But if you're reacting, obviously you can say things like, I didn't like this beat on this song and I didn't like that. And, maybe I didn't like the entire album, but you still like the artist and wanted to, promote the fact that the artist got an album out. Yeah. That makes sense. Unless you try and put people in their place, like some videos we've put out. I can't lie. I can't lie. We had some videos where there's a couple videos we were just hating. We was just hating. I just realized that when I was saying, I was like, there's a couple videos, but it's because these people were detrimental to the culture and society at large. Great. So it's just like when you just have somebody that's just unabashedly saying gross and crazy stuff, if you have no other voice combating it, it's darkness, and darkness can only be combated with light. So
right.
Come on.
So you got to do
something. Feel good to just hate.
That too. That too. Yeah. That too.
Yeah, it does.
He hates on Drake too much. Too much.
No.
Too much. But that's crazy. Moving forward, I want to see. We probably should try to do that generational battle.
Ooh.
You want to try to do that with like threes?
Ooh.
We can do 2v2.
Ooh.
We should do that.
How would we
get it done?
We did a battle before because I'm Gen X and Green is a Zoomer, and I'm kidding. He's millennial. He just acts like a Zoomer. But he was throwing up millennial rappers, and I was throwing up Gen X rappers, and we did it like a versus, so we go 1 for 1. And of course, I destroyed him, and he cried, and the chat cried that it wasn't fair because I was the judge. So then we did it again with somebody else, and I destroyed the nigga again because Gen X is better at this shit than the millennial generation. So I don't know. You want to lose again? Like, let's go.
I just feel like now we could do it with polls, and then we have two rappers. Maybe we do it this way. Maybe we go ahead, and it's like me and second, Raw second. It's only 3 rappers, 3v3, right? So we come up with a rapper that we pick. Then you guys come up with a rapper, and then we let the chat decide after we make our argument against rapper versus rapper. But I think we should change it and make it that like it should be maybe the same rappers in the same type of subgenre. Like, or in the same, just somewhere space. Like if it's a lyrical rapper, make it go against a lyrical rapper. Or if it's somebody that's a little bit more like entertaining, like you're not going to put Missy Elliott against Big L. Like that doesn't make sense. So let's think about it in that way. So let's go just for this context. Let's just say lyrical, non-lyrical. Let's just say that. Even though that's not a good way to describe them. Like I wouldn't say Missy Elliott's non-lyrical, but you know what I mean. Like an entertainer.
She's not a lyrical miracle.
Miracle. Yeah. So I want to start. Let's just start. You guys pick, right? You guys decide together.
You and Senior are on a team against you and second?
Exactly. So let you guys pick.
Got millennials?
Yeah. We got millennials. No, we got millennials and Gen Z. You guys got Gen X and anybody older. Like y'all.
There's nobody. We Gen X created this. There's nobody older, but it doesn't matter.
Wait a minute. You sure? You sure? How old is what's it called? Cool Herc, and how old are they?
Cool Herc?
How old are they?
DJ. Cool Herc's the DJ.
But I'm saying they were still rappers. Sugar Hell Gang. How old are they?
Oh God, they probably older than me.
You see?
That's a great question. Let's see. That's a great question. Melly Mel is probably not Gen X. Let's see.
That's my point. And he made that's the message right there. So here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay,
you guys got
there's 3 boomer potential rappers and then Gen X. Fine.
But right now, you and Senior right now come up with your first pick. So you guys argue right now whatever your first pick should be.
I mean, we could do. Did you choose one, or we're going first?
You guys come up with your first pick. Like he says a guy, you say a guy, and be like, okay, let's go with this guy.
Well, I mean, it's for me between Jay, Nas, and say Pac. So who do you like?
Jay, Nas, Pac.
I mean, they can't beat any of those 3, so it don't really matter. They don't. Well, he go put up Kendrick. Okay, that's the one bullet you got.
See,
I
Because all he got is Kendrick and Weezy.
he's aiming for me now.
You think you go big? You think you get
I'm gonna make a
points
poll.
with Kanye?
I'm gonna make a poll. Hold on. So you guys are going with Pac. Clearly, yeah, they're going with Pac. So
Pac? Okay, well,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
could be a number one. That's fine.
So we're clearly going with Kendrick, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Let me get the chat's deciding, so it doesn't matter what y'all talk about, but we're gonna make our arguments. All right, should we make our argument first? No, y'all make your argument first of why Pac will beat Kendrick.
Well,
With sound reasoning.
Kendrick would say Pac because Kendrick knows that Pac is the spirit of hip hop who he is trying to protect and live up to. He's the one who's talking about, I'm going to send it up to Pac. I exist because of him. I am his spiritual son. He is more complex as far as the double and triple entendres. But my God, is there anybody in hip hop history who we feel more than Pac?
Kendrick.
No, literally no. There's no rapper with a shrine to Kendrick in their house. Every rapper above a certain age has a shrine to Tupac in their house.
Tupac, God bless the dead, also passed away. There's some shrines to Nipsey Hussle in a lot of people's houses, as there should be, because Nipsey Hussle was an amazing human being and artist, and my girl has a whole shrine, has vinyl, all that type of stuff for Nipsey Hussle. So let's respect the fact that exists, right? So that's the end of your statement, right? That was the end right there. That's it.
I mean, I don't really have to defend
Okay,
Pac.
Senior, do you have anything else to add to that?
I don't. I just think that, I mean, if you was going to compare the two, just I just like to keep it simple. Just the voice alone. When you're listening to the music, Pac comes off so powerful. I mean, it's like emotional. It's like you feel it. And I think Kendrick does in his way too, but Pac, I don't know, it just hits here when you hear his voice. And that's what I feel when I listen to Pac.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
That was I agree with that. But second, you go ahead and defend Kendrick first, because right now I just want y'all to know that we're winning in the polls. So go ahead.
Off top discography is better.
That is a clear win right there. Kendrick's discography is better, and Pac has almost as many albums or more. So you can't say that he,
it's not numbers.
It's not a numbers thing. Yeah, it's not a numbers issue. And the quality is way better on Kendrick's side. Like, that's just an undeniable thing, that as albums, way better. Tupac, voice, impact, influence, one of one. He is a spirit. We will never disrespect Tupac. We're just talking about rap here, right? Kendrick is more versatile than Tupac. Can we agree with that?
Sure.
That's why Kendrick needs to win this. Kendrick also
on the scale, nigga, just make your argument.
Kendrick also
destroyed
his opponent in the battle. No, destroyed his opponent in the battle. We can't say that exactly because that battle wasn't really a battle, and it was actual real beef, and things happened behind that. So we can't look at it in that way.
It's interesting because Biggie didn't really enter the battle, but was talking about Big on records. Hit 'Em Up is one of the greatest diss songs of all time. So he was. So I agree with the
one of, but they not like us.
It was, well, I mean, until Not Like Us, it was unquestionably the greatest diss song of all time. Now we have a discussion about it, but Not Like Us.
Unquestionably,
but a lot of
you see how I went high with it. Unquestionably, you see how I went high. Like I don't think that's actually true. People would put a lot of songs as the best battle. Like second, give me another top battle song that you would say ever.
Well, No Vaseline is up there.
No Vaseline. Man, I don't think there's anything really arguable that's beating
Takeover.
Yeah, Takeover. I mean, but yeah, it's nowhere close. It's nowhere
Takeover
close.
didn't even beat the one that it was against.
Takeover.
Nah, nowhere close, man. Nothing's touching.
Okay.
Nah.
Let's go to the polls. Who won this one? It looks like the younger guys, the younger fellas won this one, guys. We won this. Kendrick beats Pac in the generational battle. Thank you to the chat for running
whatever.
this.
We got Jay and Nas. Who you got?
Can you first of all,
No,
they're just saying he's got that last. Okay, so where we're gonna go? Who we gonna pick? Who we gonna pick second?
Are
we going with Cole?
Let's go, Ye.
Ye? Okay, let's go Kanye. Let's go Kanye. This is gonna be tough because
That's gonna be
it's gonna be tough, but we're gonna go with Kanye. I'm going with. I always go with my teammates, but I'm letting you know we got to talk after this. We got all right.
He might not pass you the ball in the quarter next game.
yeah. Next game,
he might be like,
I'm gonna look you off. I'm gonna look you off on the court next time, but it's all right. He's still my guy. Who y'all got?
For what?
For your next
For number, I told you we got Jay and Nas 2 and 3. The game is over.
Who you want to go against Kanye?
What you gonna do?
You want to go Jay-Z? No, we'll go with Jay-Z. I like Jay-Z. Okay. I like this. Let's see what the chat talks about.
Yay? That's an easy win. Who you gonna put with Nas?
Not with discography. Go ahead. Yeah. Do we start first? Do we start first, or do you guys go? You go first. Make a case.
Nigga, what was a case of Jay-Z? The greatest rapper of all time? Like, what case am I supposed to make?
That's your fandom talking. That's your fandom talking.
What are you talking about? Triple entendres, incredible voice, incredible flow. The nigga could do anything. Everybody after him is trying to be like him, including Kanye. Kanye looked up him as a big brother before he met him. After he met him, he's still trying to catch up to Jay-Z. He wishes he was Jay-Z. This is the greatest rapper still above Kendrick of all time. I don't even know what we're talking about.
You're tripping on that one. But you're tripping on that one.
Wait a minute. When was Kanye born?
Oh, Kanye is Generation X.
Oh, you lost, son. You can't choose Kendrick. 1977. Solid Gen X. Fuck out of here. So you're done. Can you admit you've lost? Because the last time we played this, Kendrick was the only one you got a point off of. Every other
That's not even true. That is not even true. We're still sticking with Kanye because that's what we picked, okay? We're sticking with
Kanye. He's not on your team.
He's on our squad, okay?
He's almost
we picked
him.
Age.
You have to refer to him as Unc. You can't even look him in the eye.
OG Unc. Either way, okay, you made your case. Senior, anything you got to say about Jay-Z versus Kanye? Because we're still going with this battle.
You can't choose Kanye. You have to choose somebody else.
We've changed the rules right here on the fly. Let's go.
That's what we're doing now.
We do that. That's how us millennials do things.
Just screw the game. Fuck you and your participation trophies. Mom told you have to win every time, but no.
No, but we lost. No, but we did lose anyways because it's 60% Jay-Z with about the same amount of votes as before. But hey, we had a 40% chance. I'm okay with that.
Who you want? You got nobody that can compete with Nas, and you already cheated using a Gen X rapper. So you have not only lost, you have lost badly.
You compete with Nas on a millennial tip. Okay, well, all we got is about. I'm gonna say this, and you let me know if it's Cole or Tyler. I like Tyler for this conversation. I can make
Ty Love might be better than Tyler.
Get out of it.
I like Tyler. Let's go, Tyler.
I like Tyler too. We're going with Tyler. I mean, we got a bunch of
Tyler, the Creator, who I love, against Nasir Jones.
Yes,
from Queensbridge.
From Queensbridge. Tyler from LA, from Hawthorne.
Okay. My man went to hell for snuffing Jesus, but okay.
Here. You can't just put legacy against each other. Like, we can't just be looking like, oh my God, Nas's great name. Let's just really think about discography. Let's think about skill set.
We just did a whole video breaking down a Nas song. That was our 2 videos ago. Like, what are we talking about? The nigga's complexity is incredible. The nigga's mind is incredible. He is brilliant.
3,000%.
The voice, the flows. He's everything. He's the consummate MC.
I hear you. Cole, we couldn't pick Cole because Cole let Nas down. Like, we can't even win. You can't win that one. We can't win that one.
Cole for sure is Nas's son. For sure.
Period. All right, let's switch it up.
Go ahead.
Let's switch it up. Let's go disco to disco. Discography to discography. I'm going to ask the chat that one. Discography to discography, Tyler and
changing the rules again. How are you changing the rules and still losing? When you change the rules, you can win. You can't. If you change the rules and lose, that's like double.
Because we keep doing the same game. I'm trying to make it a little different. Can we make it a little different? It's the same game.
You try to win and you still lose it.
The chat needs something different. All right.
What does the chat?
We only have 3 anyways.
It's kind of crazy how Millennial Gen really doesn't have the smoke for Gen X.
No, I think the way that you think about it and the way that people think about it, this game that we're playing, it's kind of hard because you're thinking about legacy over other things. Like, if we're talking about
it depends on who you ask too, bro. Like, like whatever generation you come from, like what you grew up on, like. If you ask a portion of our audience these same questions, they're gonna say Tyler hands down 100% of the time, even though
yeah, but that's crazy.
Yes, I know it's crazy, but because of my generation, though.
I remember people like Kevin Durant going on podcasts and saying, "I think Drake is the greatest rapper of all time." I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's your opinion, but that's fucking nuts.
It wasn't. That wasn't nuts in 2019 and 2018 to say Drake is the greatest rapper of all time.
Jay-Z existed then, and so did Weezy.
You're nuts. No, but do you know how old and nuts you sound to still think Jay-Z's the greatest?
I go out and ask people in public who's the greatest rapper of all time on my Instagram, and bro, some of the answers I get, I'll be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, somebody. But also that's from their perspective, whatever they grew up listening to, whatever region they from. Like, it's some people is gonna, like, from the South, is gonna be like, Jay-Z, hell no,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So
that's
so
East Coast bias
that go into that.
I mean, I think we have to talk about what does the person who's talking know, and I'm not even saying to remove their bias, being a Southerner or a Californian, like, because that's part of who you are in your culture. But, like, do you know hip hop? Like, if you can only name 2 rappers, we shouldn't even be putting a microphone in your face and ask you who's the greatest rapper of all time. And they do that shit. And a bunch of white people coming out the mall saying Eminem because they don't really even know another fucking rapper because they like Taylor Swift and fucking Charlie XCX. That's not their shit. So
wait, so you wouldn't agree that Eminem would be a contender for GOAT?
No. Far too cold. After some of the initial stuff was very interesting. The technical level is obviously extremely high, but after the initial burst of songs, I find him too cold. It feels like a machine rapping, and I don't feel anything, as opposed to Jay, Nas, Tyler, Kendrick, where I am feeling what they're saying much more.
Jay-Z, in our little battle right now, Jay-Z lost to who again? Kanye, right? Even though it was Jay-Z lost to Kanye, right? I want you to know that with the same amount of votes, everybody thinks that Jay-Z's not the greatest rapper. It's 78% of people think he's not the greatest rapper. That is you and your New York bias from our chat. 78%? From our chat.
78% said
78%
he's not the greatest.
Not the greatest rapper.
The question was yes or no, was Jay-Z the greatest rapper?
Yes. No, he's not the greatest rapper.
That's a straightforward question.
This is a straightforward question. Like, I don't think anyone thinks that anymore unless you're from New York. I thought that too. I'm a Jay-Z fan, but I had to be real.
Who do you think that is the okay, fine. There was a period when that was the dominant opinion. Who are you saying now most people who know about hip hop would say is the greatest ever?
Kendrick.
I see a lot of people. First of all, I don't see a lot of people saying Kendrick is number one. I see a lot of people afraid to say he's number one. I see a lot of people afraid to put him in the top three.
I don't think that exists anymore. I think Biggie, Pac. I think Biggie, Pac are always number one. They always number one in somebody, and everyone's okay with that. Biggie and Pac. They passed it out. Jay-Z pushed himself into that Biggie Pac space as a living legend. The only person to put themselves into that living legend space, other than Biggie and Pac and Jay-Z, is Kendrick Lamar and Nas. So those are the only people who have, like, as living legends, where it's like, if someone goes out in the street right now and they say Kendrick Lamar, all four of us will be okay with that answer. If they say Biggie, Pac, Nas, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, we're like, oh, that makes sense as the greatest rapper alive, right? Now, like for you saying Eminem, for me, Eminem's fine, but for you, Eminem's not fine, right? And someone else would say Eminem's not fine. Whereas MF Doom or Andre 3000 would be my number one, but someone would be like, would argue and be like, oh no, but this and that. But none of us would argue with Kendrick Lamar. That tells me where he belongs. If someone says Nas, I'm just there's no argument. Okay, yeah, Nas, fine. It's that's what I'm trying to say. Some people have no argument against it.
You would accept Kendrick as well as you would accept Nas, Jay, Big, or Pac.
And I don't think there's anyone else. I think there's for me, Eminem's in that too. I think Eminem's in that too. DMX is not that for me personally. No, but I love DMX.
I think we had one brother. Was it I think Maz said Ghostface.
No, that was Fantano that said Ghostface. Yeah.
Fantano said Ghostface, number one all time. Like, okay, I can accept that.
Well, that's but that's a rapper's list. Like, if I say MF Doom to a rapper, they're going to look at me and be like, of course, yeah, that makes sense. Because MF Doom is technically astonishing. Same thing with Ghostface. But, like, I'm talking about, like, if Senior and Rod are in the street, and they hear that, like barbershop, just like everyone in the barbershop, people gonna throw MF Doom out of there in the barbershop. They're like, what are you talking about? Like, that's not working in the barbershop. I'm talking about the barbershop.
No, it's not working in the barbershop, but I mean, that is partly because of their level of understanding of hip hop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not like, I would privilege your rapper group chat over people in the barbershop who have a semi-relationship to hip-hop. And everybody's opinion is important, but the people who are the most studied, I care more about their opinion. So when you or somebody who's like living this for years and years is like, yo, I think Doom is number one, I put a high opinion on that. And some motherfucker walking out of the fucking mall was like, well, I think it's Drake and Eminem. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
No, I understand that, but we gotta be real about the entire audience. Like for you guys, who in your top fives? Did we ask that already, right? And I think it was Kendrick in there. Kanye was for you. There's people that show up in everybody's list, and that's what I'm talking about. When I said DMX, because I saw someone made a comment about it. When I say DMX, I wouldn't put him in that same space. I'm saying like X is not hands down in everybody's top five, but I could say that most people are gonna say Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, Pac, and Kendrick. I think that's just the general consensus of rap around the globe. That's all I'm trying to say. So I think that matters. Whereas yes, if we have more insight, I'm just saying it matters that this person on the street loves Tupac. And there's a kid in freaking Durban, South Africa, who's like, loves Kendrick Lamar. And then someone else in Germany who's like, I listen to Biggie every single day. You know what I'm trying to say? And loves them. and it resonates throughout the globe in that way because of the impact that they made. But yeah, that's all I'm trying to say about that conversation. But anyways, yeah, we lost. Who cares if we lost that battle?
Senior, the old guys win again.
Yes, sir.
Again.
Yes, sir.
We gotta make y'all feel good. But
next time we do this, we're gonna say James Brown, George Clinton, Bob Marley. Deal with it. Can't do nothing with that.
We ain't got nothing. We got no answers for those.
It's gonna be you can't change the rules as you go.
I'm saying that was so millennial. Oh my God.
This dude. But I want to say we really love having y'all on here, man. Gonna continue to watch y'all. I know that
and you're gonna have a nice participation trophy for second and green because I know y'all need that shit.
Whatever, get out of here with all that. See us on a basketball court. See if y'all can do anything. Y'all want to talk about? You want to be ageist? Y'all want to be ageist?
You want to take it to the court?
We can take it to the court. Tennis court, basketball court.
What how them green lungs are? We gonna find out.
Oh, we could do this.
I
trust in the second. He looks like he's got a.
I am sure you are not as fit as I am. I am 100% sure. So you might be nice at the beginning of the game, but middle of the game, you'd be like, "Nigga, can we take a break?"
If we're talking about basketball,
let's go. Check ball.
All you're doing is talking. If we're talking about basketball, you're done. You're done. If we're talking about basketball, you can't play. You can't do nothing on the court.
We're gonna find out.
All right. Thank y'all for witnessing and watching us argue like this. Thank you.
Rod and Ron, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks
Watch Bridging the Gap.
Thank you.